The night had that quiet, cinematic softness that only cities know how to give. He was sitting on the steps of an old building, camera resting between his hands, reviewing photographs he no longer remembered taking. Light trails, empty corners, people passing without faces. His name was Elias Ward, a photographer who collected moments he didn't know how to live. Across the street, under a flickering street lamp, she stepped into his frame, not because he was shooting, but because sometimes the world insists on introducing you to someone. She paused, adjusting the strap of her bag, and the soft gold of the lamplight caught the side of her face. Something in him stilled. He wasn't supposed to take a picture, but he did. The shutter echoed softly, a quiet confession he hadn't meant to make. She looked up at the sound. Their eyes met across the empty street, not dramatic, not sudden, just inevitable. Like a scene the night had been rehearsing long before they arrived. He lowered the camera, embarrassed. She crossed the street, not quickly, not slowly, but with the calm certainty of someone curious enough to break her own routine. "Was I in your shot?" she asked, voice warm, almost amused. "A bit," he admitted. He didn't add, "and I think I was meant to." She offered a small smile, soft at the edges, shy at the center. "My name's May Keller. Elias." A pause. Not uncomfortable, just thoughtful. "What were you photographing?" she asked. "The quiet," he answered. "It looks different at night." Her smile deepened. "Maybe that's why I like it too." In that moment, he knew. She wasn't someone you photographed. She was someone you listened to. They walked without deciding to, like two people carried by the same unspoken direction. May spoke about small things, her favorite cafes, the books she kept rereading, the feeling that the city was changing faster than she could follow. Elias listened, storing every shift in her voice like an image he didn't want to lose. At one point, she stopped near a quiet storefront with fogged-up windows. "You look at things deeply," she said. "Like you're searching for something." "I guess I am," he replied. "I just don't know what it looks like yet." May tilted her head, studying him gently. "Maybe it's not something you find," she murmured. "Maybe it's someone." The words lingered between them. Not flirtation, not intention. Just truth wearing a soft disguise. They reached a bridge overlooking the river. City lights shimmered against the dark water, breaking into quiet fragments. May leaned forward on the railing, letting the wind brush her hair across her cheek. Elias watched her without meaning to, the way photographers do when the world gives them something fragile. "Do you always bring your camera out this late?" she asked. "Only when I feel something missing," he said. He hadn't planned to be that honest. She turned toward him slowly, gently. "Well," she whispered, voice brushing the cold air like warmth, "maybe tonight you found something." Their shoulders were close, just close enough for the space between them to pulse with quiet electricity. He wanted to touch her hand, to see if it felt as warm as her presence. But he didn't. The not touching became its own kind of intimacy. Her phone buzzed softly, a reminder, a pull back to her world. "I should go," she said with a soft apology in her smile. Elias nodded, though something inside him tightened. May stepped back, adjusting her bag. "Thank you for the walk," she said. It felt real. He held her gaze steady and quiet. "So did you." She hesitated, just long enough for the night to memorize her silhouette. "If we cross paths again," she murmured, "don't photograph me from far away." He exhaled, slow. "I won't." She left in gentle steps, disappearing into the soft glow of the streetlights. Elias lifted his camera, not to capture her, but the empty street she'd walked down, because somehow it felt fuller now. A moment he would not forget. A frame he didn't need to develop to remember. If this story stirred something quiet inside you, Subscribe to Velvet Shadows and step into more slow, cinematic romances seen through a photographer's eyes. The next moment might be the one you've been waiting to feel.